Hey everyone, this is WhiteHawke and welcome back to Canterlot Siege 4. I finally got around to making a map 2 video, but before that I actually go through Zecora's potion because I can unlock a few of them. Only one of each, but as you unlock the potions, more become available, which combine the effects of more basic potions. There's quite a few that you can do in terms of combination, and I suppose the later ones are much more powerful, but potions are probably very useful when you're going to try to attempt the higher difficulties, if you do at all, because this is version 1.51 and the game has gotten a lot easier since back when I tried it for map 1. Also, here we have artifacts. I can't unlock any of them just yet, and by the end of the video I'm not going to be able to unlock any of them still. I think artifacts, once you buy one or something like that, you don't get it like an item, that like the potions. You just like put it in a pool of items that can be dropped from the enemies. Only one can drop each game, and they basically make one of your towers uber powerful. Anyway, I'm playing on normal mode, even though I said I would play on hard mode, because I don't like this map. Like, I'm gonna quote Snowdrop right here. Can't see shit, Captain. I'm going to hell for that. Anyway, the problem is I was gonna play on hard mode, and I probably could have actually beaten the thing, but I wanted to showcase how much easier the game has gotten and how much easier it gets as you start unlocking the badges for beating each map. Anyway, right now I'm playing at twice game speed, which is not that good of an idea, because as some of you may notice right here, I didn't give my rarity tower the Orb of Luck as soon as I should have, because the Orb of Luck increases the amount of bits dropped by 20%. Very good. So eventually I slow back the game speed to normal, so I can keep up with the orb drop rate. Anyway, now going through my basic strategy here. I think rarity is actually probably one of the ponies you should put on map first, because I just remember that critical is something that's tied to drop rate, assuming this is like how it was in Canterlot Siege 3 with Gilda, who had a decent drop rate with well, because of her critical. It doesn't say so in this game though, so I guess it could have changed, but rarity is still a good choice, at least for this map, as your initial pony. Although it really helps that I have the bits badge unlocked too. Every time you beat a map, you unlock a badge or something, and that makes other maps easier, even harder difficulties easier. I think that might kind of make some people a bit angry about the fact that the tactical play has been made uneven now. Because if the first time you play this game you try it on insane with no badges unlocked or anything, it's gonna be a lot harder than someone who's already beaten everything, got all the badges, and unlocked a certain hero. It's gonna be a lot easier for that person to play on insane than the one who didn't. So I think when I'm gonna be in one year from now, when I'm gonna be on like the final video of this game, I'm gonna try to play a brand new game of this. Also unlocked the neutral orb really early there, thanks to rarity. I'm gonna play this on a fresh file and see how far I can go on version 1.3 Zinsane mode. Yeah, because after see, insane mode, it's supposed to be like slightly harder than hard mode, but in I think it was version 1.3 and before, the boost of speed was 80% for all enemies, when I think it was supposed to be 8%. So that made things almost impossible, I think, even though someone put a save code with everything unlocked. Although clearly someone who beat everything that fast in version 1.3 insane mode, unlocked everything, clearly they were MLG players, certainly not cheating by the cheat engine or anything like that. Anyway, yeah, I've got 3 rarities in the Twilight. That's more than enough to beat the boss here, right at the beginning. I don't know if it's because of the bits badge making things easier, or this map just being easier, period, but it's certainly a lot less stressful to play this now. It also helps that it feels a lot less longer, even though it still took me roughly 57 minutes to beat map 2. Anyway, since it's nighttime, I decided to put Luna in Cadence here. Yeah, Cadence, I still feel she's one of the heroes you should always start with first. But in this map, she's a little less useful compared to how she was in map 1. Mostly because of a lack of good positions. Like, she's got 2 good positions here. Or although there may be one that seems like another good position, but there's 2 that mainly come to mind. On the left side, not the left side completely, but at the left of the fountain, where there's like a slight rectangle, that's a good spot if you put her near the center. And on the bottom right of the fountain, where it's a bit like, there's not too much space, but I feel that's also a good spot. The problem is on the bottom right, it takes too long for the enemies to get there. So I think to the left of the fountain is a much better spot. Although I put her right at the beginning there because I wanted her to build experience really, really fast. Oh, and the third spot. The third spot is right as close as to the fountain as she can be. But I eventually, also another ultra orb, I eventually figured out that Cadence in the center all alone is not a good idea because she's supposed to be a support tower. You know, powering up and protecting your other towers. So she's not, even though she has like a good range and reaching a bunch of enemies all at once at the center, it doesn't help her support your towers. So don't put her there, even though I actually put her there because I thought it was a really, really good spot. Anyway, I'm pretty... I put an Applejack right there because I think getting the defense down debuff on the enemies early on is really, really useful. But the fact of the matter is, it's so easy that I think I could have put any pony anywhere and I would have been fine. Although getting variety right at the beginning is something that's very, very useful. Anyway, the next few waves are pretty boring, so I'm going to skip ahead a bit. So, boss number 2, I can't remember his or her name. I think it's the fast one? Yeah. Well, whatever the case. The way I set things up here made things... No, it's actually not the fast one. It's the one with the FX shield. With the way I set up my ponies, it was still very, very easy to defeat that guy before he even got like the halfway point. I placed Celestia next because I feel Twilight is still a bit underpowered, although I think she might have been buffed. I'm not positive. But Celestia, where I put her, is a pretty good spot, but one space down is probably the optimal spot for her. Although that spot just below Celestia is also one of the best spots for Cadence too. It's a great spot all around, really. Anyway, the next few waves, again, they're really, really boring, so I'm gonna go a bit faster here. I might stop for, like, point out a few more difficult waves, maybe. Also, I placed the Rainbow Dash right there, because Rainbow Dash has been buffed tremendously. She has humongous range, and her multi-hit bolt attack works now. Even so, I still consider her to be one of the weaker choices, maybe. Maybe. Trouble Shoes. He still takes quite a few hits, which is why he's probably one of the first enemies that managed to breach past all of my forces, at least in the initial segment. But he's not as dangerous as he used to be, I think. Maybe. Also, by the way, I put the excuse me. I put the support tower on the bottom right there way too early. It was not a good choice to put her there really, really early, but I still like, it's so easy I can get away with that. Just wanted to point that out, even though it's clearly not the optimal thing to do. Okay, wave 30 boss. It's the fast one, high heal, I think. No, not high heal. That's the next one. But whatever the case, this boss will breach your forces. Most likely, unless you stun her quite a few times. Shadowmane, that's her name. She will bypass your forces on the initial segment, but as long as you place everything correctly, you should be able to barely defeat her on the way back. Actually, that Twilight I placed over there would have catched her, but I don't take any chances. So yeah, boss number 3, probably one of the first true challenges in the game's current state. Okay, so here I look at Cadence. She's almost level 5, and I feel that's good enough to move her to the center there. But as I pointed out at the beginning of this, well, roughly near the beginning of this video, that's not a good choice. Because even though she has good reach, she cannot support any of your towers, which is one of her major uses. Wow, a third Ultra Orb. I really got lucky with Ultra Orbs here. I don't know if you guys will get as lucky as I did, but having rarities in the beginning helps your chances tremendously. At least at getting orbs, period. I was not lucky at all at getting range orbs, though. Even though Ultra Orbs actually do increase your range. Alright, Wave 40 boss. That's high heal. Yep. Her regen effect can be a bit troublesome, so hopefully you'll get lucky and defeat her henchman before you manage to cast it twice on her. Or at least 3 times, rather. Because the regen is really aggravating. I'm actually going to update you guys on my setup here. I've got Pinkies and Twilights and just a good variety of ponies placed all over. I technically only need 2 Applejacks, but I have a third one on the bottom right soon. Because when you've got all your debuffs tower well placed in all locations, you'll probably want to start spamming either Fluttershy's or probably Radiances, well, rarities, because Fluttershy, she's great at corners, but Radiance has a bit more range and deals sort of kind of roughly the equivalent of in terms of the amounts of damage, I think. Okay, so Blue Blood. He's still probably one of the tougher waves, just because of I thought his defense was nerfed a bit, but no, it's still 99%. So if you don't have Applejack, well, you're screwed. You're pretty screwed. Also, I forgot to mention, but the abilities of the heroes in terms of attack damage, they've been buffed to actually level up or increase in damage in terms of how many levels your character has. Like, if they're level 5, it deals like 5 times, not 5 times, it deals a lot more damage, basically. They've been buffed, but I don't test them out because I'm not really doing that just yet. Wave 50. That has to be one of the toughest waves. Or what rather, the toughest boss, I'd say. Whoever this guy is, he takes a lot of hits. He takes a lot of hits. You better hope he doesn't get his shield twice, because he's gonna go almost all the way. You really need to use your abilities against him. I kind of dread him on harder difficulties, because with slightly higher speed and much more HP, he's probably very, very difficult to stop in his tracks. Seriously. I believe he's like the closest enemy that managed to bypass all of my forces. He's probably the boss that actually opened my eyes to Cadence being a bit useless where she is, especially without her abilities unlocked. Because I unlocked the black hole first, which I use right here. I don't think I used it in the right spot though. I should have used the black hole to bring him closer to the Fluttershy's. Anyway, yeah, look, he managed to almost bypass everything I got. In fact, he kind of does. Smudge, that's his name. Come on, Fluttershy's. Like, he's gonna eventually come close to the majority of my forces on the top right, but still, that's way too close. Incompetent idiots! Yes, you always have to do things yourself. Maniac. But first, we have to do 20 more waves. Yep. Well, I'm skipping ahead here because, well, if you did Smudge right, if Smudge didn't bypass your forces, you should be fine. You should know how to handle all the upcoming waves. I realize I skip a lot of waves here, but that's because I really don't want every video of this game to be like an hour long or even half an hour long. I can only like go over every wave so many times before just saying, oh, well, you were able to do the previous wave. Well, this wave is going to be easy too. I'll probably go more in depth when I do hard mode, which is next map, because it's going to be all bright and shiny, and it's going to be neat to see the extra bonus boss. But for now, I'm just trying to explain how much easier things are on this version, coupled with the bits badge unlocked and probably other stuff unlocked. This is a game that gets much easier as you start unlocking things. I still don't use any potions, by the way. So if you're struggling more than I am, well, don't forget that you can use potions. Potions have a pretty powerful effects on your characters and on enemies. Anyway, Chrysalis here, she takes much more damage than her changelings do, but she shouldn't be too difficult if you have abilities unlocked. Also, in case some of you haven't noticed, I actually moved Celestia to the center and Cadence to where Celestia used to be, because it's much better that way. Yep, just holding Chrysalis in place. The Queen of Changelings no more. You are blasting off again! Her portrait looks kind of weird there. Like she has some kind of weird nose in a weird way. I guess I'm just not looking at it right. Anyway, yeah, I'm skipping most of these waves too. They're just not very interesting. Well, actually, stopping right here, Starlight Glimmer. I think she's still kind of interesting, even though she's very easy. I really want to commend on you managing to pull off this effect, Footsie, because it really fits Starlight Glimmer's character, and it's completely unique to her too. Like, Sunset Shimmer has her immunity, but that's something that Nightmare Rarity does too later. So Starlight Glimmer having her own unique debuff on your towers, I think that's something that you put the extra effort for to make happen, and I really appreciate that. Oh hey, the Manticores. If there's any wave that's gonna last very long, it's this one. I think there's more time to be spent on this wave. Like, instead of just 2 minutes, it's actually, you know what? Let me check. Yeah, the Manticores, they get 2 minutes. You get 2 minutes and 50 seconds to actually beat them. That's almost 3 minutes just to take care of these enemies. And you know what? It's gonna take most of that time to beat them. At least 2 minutes. Unless you use your specials, I suppose. Or potions. Well, there's various ways to shorten the amount of time it takes to beat them. But besides the fact that they take a long time to beat, they're not that difficult. Nightmare Rarity. My fight against her this time was a little funny, because Saddle Rager really did not want Nightmare Rarity to ever get past them, because she got sent back like 3 times in a row. Just watch right here. That's the second time she got sent back. I was about to use Black Hole on her, and it'll happen a 3rd time too. Watch. Even when she's immune, it can still happen to her. Kind of crazy luck I had sending her backwards several times. The end result is that I cut off like half of Nightmare Rarity's HP right before she even makes to like the second turn. Kind of crazy. So finally, wave 71. Maniac is still... You still want to be ready for Maniac. You want to have Courage Wave and Love Shield ready to protect yourself from freeze. Because Maniac, her hench ponies really buff her a lot. And until you get rid of all of them, she's probably gonna go very, very far. Which is probably why you want to use all your abilities right at the beginning to keep Maniac from going too far too quickly. Unless all your forces are way at the end, in which case I guess it's fine. Make sure to spend all your bits, by the way. I was just going all around making sure I spent all my bits right there. Maniac. Reducing all her defense. See how much HP she still has? Making it all the way halfway, despite the fact that I used all of my abilities. Well, all except Black Hole, but that's because Black Hole wasn't ready. And that was Maniac. And then there's the Equestria girls, but, well, they're not that difficult. In fact, I'd wager that they're a bit easier than Maniac, in fact. I guess maybe not, though. Roughly the same level. Yeah, if I defeat the bonus boss, but that's not the bonus boss. Not the real one, anyway. There's probably gonna be some people in the comment section that'll probably try to spoil what the hard mode special bonus boss is. Please do not spoil it to me. I still don't know who it is. Although, I'd wager it's Skyla. Is it Skyla? I would wager it's Skyla. Either that or some super form of Derpy, maybe? I don't know. And I want to keep it that way. Although I guess it'd be better if I do map 3 right now instead of waiting too long. Do not forget, by the way, that Effects Shield protects enemies from your tower's abilities, by the way. Because Applejack, she was not affected by Celestia's blinding light right there. Although I think that might be because she's best pony too. Probably. Maybe. I mean, she went way ahead of all the other humanoid abominations here. Oh yeah, and I used Twilight's Kamehameha wave right there. It's not very useful. Even though it's been buffed, it's not that useful still. I'd wager abilities that are largely effects are still much more useful than the attack form abilities. But they've been buffed and they're not a complete waste now, at least. Anyway, yeah, that was map 2. The lesson here is that this game gets considerably easier every time you beat a map, because you unlock stuff which makes the later maps easier. So if you're having trouble trying hard mode or something like that, just stick to normal mode until you've unlocked everything. Also, I've unlocked Fosticorn. That's another hero, and apparently she's the most overpowered one. Yay! So next time, not only is it hard mode, but it's also Fosticorn mode. Yep! And I really wanted to unlock an artifact, but I didn't get lucky at all with my gems here. I only got blues, really. I need more reds and green. I suppose I could play on map 1 in normal mode again to easily get more gems, but no, I'll keep the artifacts for map 4, I suppose. Unless I get too unlucky. Anyway, the range badge increases all of your towers' range by 3%. It may not seem like much, but I mean, it might make a difference. Seriously, it might. Anyway, yeah, that was map 2 of Canterlot Siege 4. Next time, map 3 on hard mode. Hope y'all enjoyed this video and hope y'all have a very nice day. Bye-bye!